That's a lovely cup of tea, that is.
Sorry, mate?
Lovely cup of tea I've got here.
Ooh. Oh, it's nice. Didn't make me one, though, did you?
We're in different houses, Paul.
It's not the point. Just an honorary cup of tea that should be next to you. That would have been mine.
Give me a minute.
Please hang up and try again.
Hello, and welcome to the Cold Callers Comedy Podcast with me, Paul Rich. What did I do?
You went, comedy podcast.
so I changed slightly the way I'm saying it, keeping
It's
it fresh.
fine. I wasn't expecting
For
it.
the bloopers.
For the bloopers.
Hello, and welcome to the Cold Callers Comedy Podcast with me, Paul Rich.
And me, Ryan Brannan. Every episode, me and Paolo here get together for a catch-up.
You can't change it. You son of a bitch. And we invite you to join the Galactic Empire. This is going to be a long show.
Firstly, it's the Galactic Federation.
Oh, oh for fuck's sake.
Oh, dear. Well, it was a good start. Good
It
start.
was. The Galactic Federation. Join the Galactic Federation.
My new Galactic Empire. The attack by the Jedi have left me
scarred and deformed.
Oh,
Jeez.
but no, the reason that Paul says about the Galactic Federation is because this is actual news.
Actual bona fide news.
Bona fide fucking news. Tell us about it, Paul.
Oh, basically, the former head of Israel's defense ministry, space directorate, Chaim Eshed is his name. He essentially said that the Israeli government and the US government have been in, I want to say constant contact, but frequent contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation in quotation marks.
I mean, that means there's more than one. That means there's more than one alien planet that they're talking to.
Yeah. And apparently they're just waiting for us to
get rid of Trump.
Well, apparently, he also said that Trump's very close to revealing like that they've been talking to people, but he was stopped because it would have caused mass panic.
Can you imagine Trump coming out in January going, listen, let me just say...
He might still do it before he leaves.
Yeah, he's like, all I can say is that I should stay in presidency. Very good relationship with the Wookiees I have.
I have, like he's Yoda.
Yeah. Good relations with the Wookiees I have. No other president has formed an alliance with a galactic federation. That's new.
That's me. I was the first. It won't happen again. But and apparently that the UFO, apparently the objects have asked not to publish that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet. I mean, we have. I mean,
because they know about little newspapers and publications. What is this fucking Galactic Federation?
Eshed also said that cooperation agreements had been signed between the species, including an underground base in the depths of Mars where there are American astronauts and alien representatives.
Firstly.
And one more thing.
Yeah.
And there is an agreement between the US government and the aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here.
They signed a contract.
With what? Just imagine fucking Ridley Scott's Alien just sort of sitting there with a pen. Just Sign here, do I? Okay.
The alien's just
You're
like...
getting goo on it. You're getting goo on it.
The alien's just like... And then the alien translator just says, oh, he needs his notary just to go over the... They've signed a contract. Apparently they have pens...
Yeah, our lawyer will be in touch.
So not only do they have laws, they have pens galactic laws. They have pens and signatures. Like, who gave them the name?
I don't know if it was a signed contract. It might be, how we can do e-signing now.
Just sign an X. What's an X? I'm an alien. Just please don't put us in the fucking Daily Mail. That's all I'm asking, Trump.
But apparently they've been waiting all this time. They're still waiting to this very day for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand, in general, what space and spaceships are.
This was the fucking plot of First Contact in Star Trek First Contact.
It's not just that. If we don't know what space is right now, then my head is already blown. Because it'd be like, well, I know what space is. It's the vacuum that surrounds us. It's everywhere. It's
no wrong.
What's a spaceship then? What, a spaceship is a ship that flies in space.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But what is space? Well, I just fucking said. Well, you don't know. You don't know. You don't understand. You're not ready yet, humanity.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Jesus. Just tell us then, because I would quite like to know these things.
Waiting for Zephyrin Cochrane to come up with warp travel drive, warp space drive.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Didn't he actually, was he the first one to say the words Star Trek in a film?
It was, yeah. It was something like, so you're just a bunch of astronauts on some sort of Star Trek?
I can't tell whether I love that line or hate that line.
I love it.
It's because I remember that there would have been people in cinemas just sort of standing up going, he fucking said it!
He said it 30 years.
Said it. 30 years! He said Star Trek! I like it when they say the name of the film in the... I mean, to be fair, it happens in Jurassic Park, but that as it's an attraction, it makes sense that you'd introduce Welcome to Jurassic Park. That makes sense.
Well, yeah, exactly. Did they do it in Jurassic World as well?
Probably.
I can't remember because it was Jurassic. Well, the idea was like it was Disney World, wasn't it? It's Jurassic World. Yeah. Oh my God, that is so funny though. I can't believe that Trump's been in talks with a galactic federation.
If it was built in Paris, would they call it Euro Jurassic?
I mean, yeah. Although it's not Euro Disney anymore, is it?
It's just Disneyland Paris. Oh yeah. Disneyland Paris. It's not been like that. It's right. It's not been Euro Disney for nigh on 15 years. So, man, I am dating myself. Not in that way.
Well, I mean, we've got just under 2 months now before Trump is no longer the president. So he still has time to dissolve the Senate.
Yeah. Apparently, the White House and the Israeli officials did not immediately respond to this news. Also, Eshed said that if he had come up with what he was trying to say 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized.
Is he claiming to be one
Space
of the
Force?
Is he claiming to be one of the forward team from like the future? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
He's Data or something. No, Data was on the ship, wasn't he? He's Riker or Geordie.
It's all a bit
shocking.
Bit
it's shocking.
But if we don't know what space is, fuck this. He might just spill the beans just before he leaves, create chaos. The aliens are here. They're here already. That's why I built Space Force. Bye.
Yeah. Joe Biden's an alien. I told you all before. Yeah, that'd be shocking. Oh dear.
Oh. I mean, who knows? Maybe aliens created the virus.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just because someone said it on the papers. Is that why?
Probably.
To test.
In fact, there it is. I put it out there. That's a conspiracy theory now, isn't it? Cancel me.
I mean, the thing is, this isn't the first time, is it, that they've said about aliens? Because I remember, wasn't it a little while back that NASA basically went, yeah, it's all true. Like Area 51 exists and stuff like that. And they were like, yeah, this is everything.
Yeah,
it was a bit like,
it's not been official. They're still saying that they are actively searching, and they'll tell us when they find something. I don't believe they will. That's the issue. But I also don't understand why they wouldn't. I wouldn't panic. I think it's pretty cool. It's overwhelmingly unlikely that we are the only ones in the solid universe.
Well, yeah.
Forget the galaxy, the universe.
Yeah, exactly. The universe is infinite, so
there's got to be another. We can't be that lucky that we're the only life, intelligent life. That's mental.
Yeah, no, it's very.
But I suppose in certain religious circles, it would be seen as very confusing, I suppose.
Well, they found life on, what was it, the Venus, didn't they? In the clouds of Venus, they found bacteria or something, wasn't it?
Well, evidence of bacteria. They haven't found the bacteria or the life itself. Right, but they found evidence. They couldn't have another theory as to why a certain gas was there.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's very unlikely that we happen to be the only planet that is far enough away from the sun and close enough for the sun for life to exist. Like there has to be, there is another planet. There's at least one.
At least one out there in the cosmos.
Whether or not they visited in the 60s, that's another question.
Yeah.
But there is definitely life out there somewhere. Yeah. Wherever they got pointy ears, and they say they've got no emotions, or they wear funny red suits and go nanu. Don't know, but
I mean, aliens could come down and could be doing experiments on us, but maybe the vaccine is some sort of experiment.
Maybe they developed it. Yeah.
Pfizer.
That's why I got made so quick.
It's an alien language. Could be.
Ridiculous. I'm definitely
I'm a bit wary.
Really? I think I'm definitely going to get the vaccine.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
we should discuss this off air. I'll tell you this one thing. Yeah. The UK government has given Pfizer indemnity, which means they cannot be sued if you grow a third leg or something. You cannot sue. You cannot sue them. They've been given immunity.
But the reason they've been given immunity is to basically rush the vaccine out.
Correct. There should be another 2 years left of work on it still, and trials. We don't know the long run what it's going to do. I'm happy to wait.
We'll have to wait anyway, won't we? Because obviously older people are on it first. But what are you saying? You're not gonna have it?
Listen, no. I don't know. I'm waiting to see if people grow third things.
They're not going to grow third things.
The thing is, I think they're going to start going, well, you can't, listen, you have to scan your phone and it says, oh, you haven't had the vaccine, so you can't come in. And it's going to be, that's another way of control, isn't it? I sound like a conspiracy theorist. I don't mean to, but I'm just a bit wary, man. The company that owns Pfizer is the same company that owns the lab in Wuhan that the virus possibly escaped from.
With a hero like Bellerophon, you must have a villain, and in that was Chimera.
Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah. Well done. I'm really glad you got that.
Thanks. I had to explain that to the listeners.
Yeah, I
sound like a crazy person. But it is shocking. I'm if you get it, I will be shocked.
What are you worried about? Are you worried that, you're going to get the injection, there's going to be some sort of, nano sort of droids in it, and
probably,
Bill Gates is going to, control your brain or something?
Yeah, spying on me.
There's nothing in your brain worth spying on. Well, nothing.
There's loads in my brain.
Like what? What do you think about, apart from cheese?
I do like cheese, but it does give me nightmares. No. Come on now. Listen, I'm a creative. I'm also a big thinker. I scour the works of the greats, stuff that expands my mind. Homer, Dante, Hemingway. La 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 la. Ha 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 ha. La 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 ba da 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 da. Socrates, Aristotle, the greats.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think of them? What's going on in your head?
Well, none of that shit. I'm a lad. I'm a bloke. I'm a geezer. I think of, football, tits, beer, nights out with the lads. I think of how soon hath time, the subtle thief of youth, stolen on his wing my 23 year. My hasting days fly on with full career, but my late spring no bud or blossom showeth. Just jiggling in my face, like, that sort of stuff.
Motorboating.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm a bloke.
Fair enough. I'm just shocked that you.
When have you been shocked? You always look like you're half asleep.
That's not true. I mean, it is true, but you don't know what's going on inside. I am shocked.
All right, fair enough.
Because I care about you, mate, and so I want you to be all right. That's all. Like, for instance, when I came to see you in that show, Whitechapel, that you did, where they hanged you at the end.
Yep.
I knew it was a show, but seeing you with a noose around your neck was very distressing for me.
I mean, to be fair, it was rather shocking. To give context to people listening, this show, I had to stand on a stage that was probably about 8 feet high, and it was an immersive show. So obviously all the audience came in, were kind of stood there watching, and I was taken up, and the floor just fell away, and I just sort of fell through a hole into darkness onto a crash mat. Obviously I was fine, but I imagine seeing it was very much like, yeah. So you thought I was hanged? I was hanged? Yeah, hanged.
Well hanged.
Well hanged.
Yeah, because it just, seeing you drop like that and hearing the snap.
You know what I wish I'd done? I wish as I'd fallen, because I'm knowing you're in the audience, I wish I'd gone,
Do you know what though? If you'd have done that, because it was nothing but darkness at that point as you fell.
Yeah.
If I'd just had, like, I would have pissed myself laughing in the darkness. And that would have made me feel better. But I'd have ruined the climax of your show. So yeah.
Oh dear. No, that was it was a crazy experience. I remember when I first got the part, and I basically, like, I was told, like, okay, you need to be able to do this. And I was like, okay. So I had to go and do it. And the first thing they made me do was the doors were open, so it was just a hole. So I just had to jump through the hole. That was worse, because I actually had to sort of, you're there going like, like having to throw yourself down a hole. And it was a big hole. And then I had to do it in darkness, so I had to jump down in darkness, which was even worse, because you're just looking at, you couldn't see the crash mat, you couldn't see the floor, I was just jumping into darkness.
You'd rather not have the control. You'd rather just let the floor come out from underneath you, which is what it did.
Is what it did, yeah, exactly. So when it was, and after a few times, it was actually quite fun, but it did take a little while getting used to. But it was quite funny, because it was just literally a whoo.
Because I suppose you had to stop yourself making noise after a while, like, or just natural.
Well, one of the notes from the director was, Ryan, when you go up there to be hanged, try not to smile so much. Don't look too excited, like you're on a theme park ride.
Because wasn't it right that am I right in thinking that you were accused, and that's that, but you might not have been accused in another version of the show? So were there a few people that did everyone have to have training in being hanged?
Yeah, everyone had to be trained in doing it. Yeah,
cool. It's weird that on the time I saw you, it was you that got accused.
Yeah, I think I did. I think you did it intentionally, didn't you? You were like,
Probably.
It was him.
It was definitely him. He's shifty. He's a shifty character. And then I regretted my decision when I saw the noose around your neck. My dad saw me get hanged as well. Man.
I can't imagine what was going through his head, actually. I did when he came to see
it's just a show.
Yeah, I mean, when he came to see the show and I got hanged, I do remember hearing "good riddance," and it did sound like his voice, but I asked him afterwards, and he said it wasn't him. So I don't.
In fact, nobody said that, Ryan.
Yeah.
Right, we better get on with the show, mate.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. I guess it's time
Skip
for
that
my
again.
highlight of the week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Ryan's highlight of the week. Yes, highlight of the week. Here's Ryan's highlight of the week.
was having a lousy day the other day, and then I had a phone call come in, and now I am a member of the Galactic Federation. So things are looking up.
That's Ryan's highlight of the week. His highlight of the week.
I need to ask you, Paul, that you don't share that with anyone, because I'm not supposed to tell anyone about that.
I mean, this podcast goes out to everyone.
Yeah, but no one listens. So I just need you to promise me.
I can promise.
Okay, cool.
I mean, our statistics say
Hold
otherwise. But
hold your hands up so I can see you haven't got your fingers crossed.
Why did I do it? Fucking hell. Obviously, I won't say anything. Scout's honour, mate. Scout's honour.
I'm ready to gag.
All right. Mate,
I'm just working my mouth.
Yeah,
getting ready for it.
Do some of those tongue circles, mate. Get your none of that tongue root tension, because it's a coming.
Oh yeah, baby, I got so much knowledge for you. Let me spray my words into your mouth. Empty my vocabulary balls. Let me thesaurus your brains out. Ooh. Let me slap down my 12-inch dictionary. Suck on my big fat dictionary.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello.
Welcome to Suck on My Big Fat Dictionary.
Thanks for having me.
Are you excited?
Always.
You should be.
Thanks.
Because I have in my huge Collins a massive word for you.
Oh, okay.
To think about. Now, I have to say, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners were very impressed, last week you got it right.
Thanks.
It was very impressive. I was suitably impressed with the size of your knowledge.
Thank you very much. I do try.
But let's see if your knowledge is a grower or a shower.
Okay.
If I was to say the word bumfuzzle...
No, you're making out. You're making out.
I'm not.
There's no fucking way. There's a word bumfuzzle. Oh my god.
Bumfuzzle, and believe me, don't ask me how it's spelt exactly how you would assume it's spelt. Oh god.
Bumfuzzle.
It's yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to ask you to use this in a sentence afterwards.
Okay, that's true. Okay, I can do that in the future.
Okay, right. Bumfuzzle. I'm going to guess that it has something to do with a young man who hasn't fully gone through puberty yet and has hair on his chin.
Oh, like bum fluff.
Yeah, that's my guess.
That's my doorbell. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me give you a clue. It's derived, because this word I think is more used in the US.
Okay.
It was too good not to use. It is derived from the Old English dumfoozle.
Oh, so dumbfounded.
Yeah.
This is a word the Americans use. I'm bumfuzzled.
Yes. Especially if they are from the East Coast or below the Mason-Dixon line.
So what? So there's like New Yorkers going around going, "Hey, you dumb shit."
I don't know what the Mason-Dixon line is.
What are you trying to say, eh? I'm bumfuzzled. Did you know that the fucking Empire State Building is so tall? It's so tall, I'm bumfuzzled.
Well, like sort of Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, that kind of. I don't think it's New York way.
Oh, right, okay.
That's above. So anything below that, I guess. Oh, yeah. He's wicked smart, but he's bumfuzzled. Okay. Anyway, we're done here.
Good.
That's annoying now. I mean, it was too easy in the end.
It wasn't,
but it was too fun not to say.
No, yeah, I like it.
I took it easy on you today, but do you know what? Next time, you can suck on my big fat dictionary.
Suck on my big fat dictionary.
I'm Miles from the Dis Dump Podcast. Do you have a mountain of DVDs, games, or music that you just can't decide what to do with? I do too, and the Dis Dump Podcast is all about deciding what you want to keep and what you want to dump. Do you like trying terrible drinks?
Pumpkin pie soda. And at the bottom, it says, y'all get your fixins.
How about exploring weird ads for websites like Wish.com?
Okay, so it's one of those silicone torsos.
And you get it right on the head of the silicone torso.
There you go. That has an advantage on this one.
Do you want deep intellectual discussions about the finer points of music, cinema, or game design?
I have no idea where I am right now, so.
Then check out the Dis Dump Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. And that's disc with a C, by the way.
Right. Fucking hardy, innit?
How hard is your? How hard is it? How hard is your? How hard is it? How hard is your Hardy's hardest hat?
How hard is your fucking hat, mate? Hello! Welcome to Hardy's Hardest Hats, the show where if a hat ain't hard, it might as well be a fucking cake you're wearing, 'cause you will get battered. Get it? Batter? Cake? It's a thinker, that one. I'm your host, Tom Hardy from Peking Duck with Plum Sauce Blinders. And today I'm meeting a very special guest. It's none other than the smoothest, sexiest man who ever lived with a voice like velvet. It is, of course, Mr. Cool himself, Idris Elba.
Mr. Haddy, Mr. Haddy.
What?
What is it?
You fucking what? Not Idris. But you said it was a sexy man. Well, how can that be? I've got his calendar and everything. Who the fuck is it then? Never heard of him. The prick who tells me to shush in the cinema? For fuck's sake. Apologies, folks. Very much like my 30th birthday, some things can be a disappointment. The special guest today is Mark Strong. You know the one. I'm looking at his picture on Google. Oh, yeah. He played the Hulk in those movies where he says, "Come on now, feel the vibrations." He looks like a big red square with a green fedora on his head. Right, so where is he?
Hello, Tom.
Fucking hell. You scared the shit out of me. Where the hell did you come from?
I do apologize, Tom. It's some of the skills I've learned from the movies I've been in. Like when I played the illusionist, Lord Blackwood, in Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. That's the one where Sherlock creates an accidental clone of himself and then also has to drown himself.
No, that's the Prestige.
So what was the illusionist then?
Well, that's the one with Edward Norton.
Who's he?
He's the one who played the Hulk.
I thought that was you.
Well, no, I never played the Hulk. I played Lord Blackwood in Sherlock Holmes.
Right, so who were you then, Sherlock?
No, as I said, I was Lord Blackwood.
Right, so you were Watson. Moving on.
No, I just said who I was.
Wait a minute, you were in that film King's Man, weren't you?
Yes, that's correct. I was
there. I fucking loved your dog in that.
Tom, may I be frank?
All right, but I think Mark is fine.
I don't think you know who I am.
Well, it's not that I don't know. It's just, you know, mate.
Are you nervous, Tom?
A little. I mean, you are stood very close to me.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
It's just a bit weird. I mean, is there a reason your nose is touching my nose?
How else am I supposed to whisper both seductively and menacingly at the same time?
I don't understand why you would need to.
Funny thing, isn't it? Power of words.
I guess. Not sure where you're going with this.
Sensual.
You fucking what?
Ravenous.
Right.
Incredulous.
Oh my.
Cavernous.
Oof.
Flatulence.
Huh?
Salacious.
Mr. Hardy, this is getting very weird. I would like to leave now.
You're not going anywhere. This bloke is full on black magic with his mouth organ, and I ain't having a repeat of my 31st birthday. I'm still banned from Butlins.
Can we just put a hat on his head so I can start hitting him?
What the problem is, he's already wearing a bald cap, so we need you to take that off, Mr. Strong.
Well, I'm not wearing a bald cap, Tom. This is just what my hair is like.
Now, don't be silly. I saw you in Titanic. You had a full head of hair.
I think you're talking about Billy Zane, and he was wearing a wig.
Well, what about when you were in The Sixth Sense?
Well, that was Bruce Willis, and I think he was wearing a wig too.
Oh. What about when you played Woody Harrelson in Venom? That can't have been a wig.
Tom, you're just naming lots of different bald actors who wear wigs in movies.
No, it can't be. Bane, you're not, are you?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Hardy. This is au naturel.
I'm shocked. Wait a minute. The Rock, Jason Statham, Vin Diesel, Natalie Portman and V for Vendetta, all bald?
That is correct. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Well, there is one thing. That is brilliant. It's like slapping a really bony arse.
No. That's enough. That's enough of that.
Come here, Bane. I want to see if I can do in the air tonight.
How dare you play my head?
Shut up, Bane. Oh, how does Hawaii 5-0 go again? Oh, yeah.
Are you all right, Tom?
Just a bit winded.
Listen, Tom.
Yeah.
I want you to listen to me for one moment. Can you do that, Tom? Can you do that? Tom, can you listen to me?
Yes.
You want to make music, don't you, Tom?
Always.
I want to make music with you.
I'm listening.
I have 3 words for you.
Yeah?
Christmas album.
That's 2, mate.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh.
Christmas album now.
Mark?
Yes.
Not gonna lie. I like where your head is at. To be continued.
Hardy's hardest hat.
To be continued, mate.
When is this? Is this an overarching story now? I don't
get it. This is meant to be just like a factual
testing hat
show, not, not with a. It's like the restoration program or something. Like, why is this now becoming a drama?
I don't know. And now there's a Christmas album
again. We had one last year.
Yeah, that didn't do very well. I mean, it didn't help that he went on Parkinson, who hasn't been doing shows for.
No, he hasn't.
Been doing show for 10 years.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll hear more from that next week.
Yeah.
But in our Christmas episode. But for now, though, it's time
to bring on a guest.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I was kind of doing Stallone, but
it sounded like Stallone mixed with Parkinson. Actually,
yeah, it was a bit, yeah. That would be great. Parkinson and Stallone in an interview. Mr. Sloan. And then you went, Adrian.
Oh yeah, it did. I don't really remember, but you got no legs. Okay,
bring on the guest.
Yeah, my sister.
Everyone has a point of view. Everyone likes a film review. These are movies that raise the bar. So why did they give them 1 star?
This movie's a lot of balls. Yes, it's that time again for Why Did They Give Them 1 Star? The 1-star movie review game. Of course, yes, you're absolutely right. We have a guest today, and today's guest is a very special guest. I know this person extremely well. She happens to be my sister. She's got so many talents. She works for the NHS. She has her own music. She's a singer-songwriter. Let's learn a little bit more about my sister today, because I don't know enough, apparently. So, without further ado, here is Lauren Vandenberg.
Well, Lauren Rich as well. Either way.
Well, you're married.
What's your stage name?
Lauren Rich.
There you go, Paul. So shut your fucking mouth. Sorry, carry on.
Right, okay. Lauren is my sister. She's a long-time listener, first-time caller. So she's a huge fan of the show. At least she says so. She gives me notes. But we want to get to know Lauren a bit so you can get to know one of our top fans today. So yeah, Lauren, you have the floor. Hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me finally. Not that I've been bugging you about it since you started these podcasts or anything, but you know.
You only mentioned it once every
week?
Every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, the answer to the 1-star movie review is this. Oh, and by the way, when's it my turn?
Yeah, I was like, you can't win every time. You can't win every time. You got to give other people a go. So
I can't believe you have more listeners than me. It's mad.
Only a few.
Yeah. So, obviously, I said just as I introduced you that you currently are doing well. You've been working for the NHS for a number of years now, or within the NHS.
Nearly 4 years.
Say.
Nearly 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. Not on the front lines, but
no. But what? Explain what you do.
I am a project manager for a program that is that has been funded by NHS Improvement and the Department of Health, and it's basically going around the country trying to help trusts reduce unwarranted variation around the country. So I've got a number of work streams that I manage, and we have data that clinical lead goes around presenting, and then I help devise the actions and the good practice, and there's lots of other things that I do as well, but that's the gist.
Obviously, when COVID first hit, your job kind of almost took on a new role, essentially.
Conded out. I was redeployed elsewhere to help the PPE effort.
Oh, wow.
That's what
with the Ministry of Defence. And we actually got a thank you, apparently, the other day for our work that we did back then. It was kind of crazy. It was so intense having to review all PPE. Not that we've ever kind of worn any of it before, but making sure that everything was kind of legit and up to government standards. So that was, and it was all day meetings as well. So it was just super intense and crazy.
Yeah, it does sound very intimidating. And the Ministry of Defence as well. I mean, that basically means you're a few steps down from being MI5, essentially.
That's the goal.
There was a while where she couldn't talk about it. So. In fact, I'm quite surprised you said anything now.
Yeah,
I won't edit this.
This is not going to go live, right? This is not going to go online, is it?
Yeah. So obviously, you do a lot of traveling. It's very tiring work. you did. Good point. But it's been very tiring work. What do you do as your sort of downtime? What do you enjoy doing?
Building Lego.
Nice.
My main thing. My house.
It's one of my
practically made of Lego.
It's one of my not pet peeves, but it's one of my annoyances with you.
What? That I've got more Lego than you?
Yeah. Well, I don't have much at all. I stopped playing, when I was a kid. And
it's not playing; it's therapeutic building.
Have I come in on some sort of sibling rivalry? Mum, she's got more Lego than I've got.
No, he took all my Lego.
No, we buy our own Lego. But my point being, I gave it up because I thought it was unacceptable, I should say.
No, there's A-folds.
And then now I'm like, oh man, I can play, but I've got no room. I've got no room to have any Lego.
Lana won't let
you.
I
bought you some, didn't I, for your birthday?
You did. I made room.
Yeah.
Alana, we don't need this bed, do we?
TV? Nah,
well, it can go on your side. It can go on your side.
Your side.
You don't need that side, do you?
This ornament your mum got you. You don't need it, do you?
What else do I do? I obviously write music, sing.
You've been doing that a long time as well, haven't you? Music and stuff.
Yeah, nearly 20 years. About 20 years.
Wow.
Feel old. Maybe even longer than that.
Well,
you did it when we were kids. Yeah, you were doing that when we were kids. It's
Heartbreak at 14, 15. Wrote my first song. It was awful. It was called I Miss You. Oh my God, it was so bad. So bad. I can't even revisit it and try and improve it because it was that bad. I don't even want to look at it anymore. But I think I was about 14 or 15. So actually it's probably more like 26 years ago. Anyway.
But that's how it is. You don't write your first song and it's amazing. Like when I wrote my first song, that also was absolute dog shit. Like it was so
it really was.
bad.
Actually, I don't remember it.
It really was. And I thought I'd written like the next, I don't know, some sort of magnum opus. Like I just thought it was just the best thing ever. And I listened, I was like, that is terrible.
Me, on the other hand, everything I've written, pure gold.
Solid gold. Solid gold.
Yeah, so I've been doing that for a while, and I've released an album, released an EP, released two EPs, released a single. So released a few singles based on the EPs.
What would you say out of those sort of albums / EPs, what would you say is your most, the work you're most sort of proud of, body of work, I should say there?
I think I'm most proud of the Same Sky EP. I think that's some of the best songs I've written.
I think so as well, as a brother and a fan.
The Holland and Rich EP, I really enjoyed because that was the first time I'd ever co-written with anybody. And so that was a challenge in itself. And then how that came out at the end, how the final product came to be that was also pretty damn good. I even did my drum exam to one of the songs on that EP.
Oh, nice.
I got distinction. So I was quite,
Do you have a specific genre that your music fits in, or do you kind of like flip flop between different genres?
It's mainly the singer-songwriter genre, that kind of encompasses a lot of stuff. I would say kind of pop rock, country, soul, kind of a mixture of all of that. I don't think it's like anything really that's out there at the moment.
Yeah. So you couldn't say like, I'm similar to this or that, It's difficult though, isn't it? Because obviously, there's a lot of people out there that are trying to be performers, trying to be sort of musicians and stuff, and getting your stuff out there is one of the toughest things. Really, is just getting people to listen. That's the easy stuff is making the music, and you can make it as good as you want, but if no one listens to it,
and the worst thing is
same with podcasts.
The worst thing is actually trying to do gigs.
Yeah.
Because most promoters are like, you have to bring this many people and they have to pay, for the tickets and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, we can't keep getting the same people to come to, especially when your fan base is small. We want to try and play to other people to increase our fan base and not have to be forced to bring people to our gigs. We want them to be, they're supposed to be promoters in inverted commas. They're supposed to be promoting the gigs and bringing the people in themselves.
Yeah. Outsiders who aren't affiliated with any band.
Yeah, and we want to be able to play to new audiences and not have to play to the same people all the time. And that way, we'll be able to increase our, exposure and revenue and stuff like that. But
we do have some listeners in America, so you never know.
Fabulous.
Some of our
Romania.
You've got them all over the place. That would be good if anyone wants to check out my stuff. That would be amazing.
They can. Well, yeah. I mean, what are your links so that they can?
Okay. So my Facebook is Lauren Rich Music, all one word. Twitter, Lauren Rich Music. YouTube, Lauren Rich Music. You see where I'm going with this. Basically, Instagram, Lauren Rich Music. There's also Lauren's Foodogram if you're a foodie. That's on Insta as well. There's also, I'm on iTunes, as in Apple Music, whatever. Amazon Music, Spotify, Deezer. So basically you can search for me. Just put Lauren Rich Music in a Google search and I come up everywhere.
Nice.
So, yes, and I've got a Christmas single that I did release last year in memory of my bass player who passed away from myeloma or multiple myeloma. And I'm just kind of giving it another boost this year because I released it quite late in the proceedings last year. And I should have really tried to get it done sooner, but it was quite a quick turnaround. So I really want to try and push it this year and get more listeners, get more people downloading it from iTunes and, and Bandcamp as well. Lauren Rich Music on there, because then I can get more money for the charity Myeloma UK and be able to give them something really nice next year and say this is how much money I've raised for you. So
absolutely.
So that song is called A Good Time of Year.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone wants to go
I remember you trying to get that out last year.
Because you helped me record the vocals.
Yes, it was a quick turnaround. And in fact, let's hear a little bit of a snippet right now.
A picturesque snowy scene, a star atop a Christmas tree, a big tall snowman with a carrot for a nose. None of that really matters to me as long as we're together this year and forever. I was walking around town today and I saw so many smiling children thinking about presents under the tree. Santa is coming and his reindeer too. A good time of year to be with the people that you love.
Yeah, that there was A Good Time of Year by Lauren Rich. All proceeds going to the Myeloma UK. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it on iTunes. That way, the money
That's probably
actually goes.
the easiest way. But
That's probably the easiest way.
Bandcamp is the more cost efficient way for the charity because
or Bandcamp them.
Yeah, they don't take as much money from the final costs.
Yeah, whilst streams are appreciated, they don't really help the charity out. So yes, go and purchase that.
Thank you.
And on Google Play as well, I would assume.
Yes, also on Google Play for those people who don't have iPhones.
Yeah, those weirdos. Who are those
weirdos? Yeah, like Paul's the only
Why are you both looking
at
me? Oh wait, yeah. I'm the only.
The only one in our family with a Huawei.
The only one who's not on the chat text chain.
Cousin Stephen's got a Samsung.
I meant immediate family.
Wow. Stephen, if you're listening,
is he though?
Nope. Well, no presents for Lauren this year. Christmas, more for me.
Was that likely?
No, we have all stopped giving each other presents.
Exactly.
So, no.
Too old for presents now.
Not too old for Lego. Right.
Never too old for Lego.
Never
See how
too old
he's
for
been
Lego.
copying me on that too. Lol. Anyway.
Yeah. Wow. Listen, if it was, I probably would have more if I could afford it. So simple as that. Or if I could justify it. That's the one. Lauren, you're one of our first big supporters, actually.
Yeah.
As cold callers, the group,
the entity,
duo, music duo.
I still laugh at your Christmas single. I love it. Download that if you haven't.
Yeah, that's not going to charity, but it is still going to a worthy cause. If you're going to get if you're going to download 2 Christmas songs this year, it's ours and it's Lauren's. Good time of year. So
there you go.
Agreed.
More on that later. What was I just going to say? It was going to be, so you used to have us come and play for you, and when you used to do
when I used to be a proper promoter, you mean?
Gigs. Yeah, you used to do that.
Yeah,
a lot. And it was funny because we'd appreciate it, but obviously we were doing comedy songs, and people were there to listen to music, and they weren't really our audience, but they did give us the practice that we needed to play in front of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And
it was still music, but we were asking them to listen.
And what I did was I actually used to contact Time Out and various other places that used to plug music, and used to kind of get little adverts in there just to try and promote the event like a promoter should be. And then I used to say, well, if you do bring people, then you can have, some of the door money, I think it was like half the door money from the people that you brought, so I had a really good deal if you wanted to bring people, but there was no kind of forcing you to bring anyone. But most people did bring someone because, more people, because it was such a good deal, and there was no pressure.
Nice venues
you guys
as well.
did amazing.
The Arch.
Thanks.
It was the Arch, wasn't it, or whatever it was called?
You played at Notting Hill Black Club.
One.
Yeah, remember that. That was
and you
probably
played
our
at the
first
Archway
gig,
Tavern.
Yes,
which is then
the Archway Tavern. That was
which became From Dusk Till Dawn.
That's
you probably played some other places as well. I can't think.
What's quite funny is I remember whenever we would play your gigs and other music gigs, there's a guy that I think we're going to get on at some point who, same with his, like they were music gigs and we'd play and people would love it. They'd laugh and they'd have a great time. And then me and Paul were like, well, let's do a comedy venue. And we did a comedy venue and it was silence. they sat there just looking at us a bit like, what?
Tell a joke.
Like, are you gonna
make us laugh, mate?
Are you gonna play guitar the whole way through?
Songs.
Thank you very much.
Well, you stopped doing that segment where you make up a song on the spot.
It's hard over Zoom.
It's hard over Zoom timing.
Yeah.
Shame. That's good.
We stopped that a long time ago because of COVID.
I just realised. I forgot you did songs.
But a new album is in the works.
Yeah,
he says, or at least a new song is in the works. It's just.
We've got lots of fingers in lots of pies, as they say.
Yeah. Very greedy.
Pies must be enjoying that.
Yeah.
Our eyes are bigger than our stomachs. Yeah. I tell you what. We'll play the game now, and then afterwards you can give us your links again and whatnot.
Yeah. And you could put them in the notes, the podcast notes. Lol. I'm doing all your speech for you.
In the show notes.
So many times.
We'll put She's not a big fan of Hardy's Hardest Hats, though. But that's all right, because neither are we.
One was all right.
Only Tom Hardy's a fan of it.
I heard Tom Hardy was a massive Lauren Rich fan, but anyway, no.
He's a huge Lauren
Rich fan.
I bloody love that music, man.
He was very disappointed by it.
The last time his Hardest Hats was good. He actually tested a hat, so that was all right.
It's difficult. He gets himself in difficult situations where he can't always test a hat.
Well, it's mainly Bain's fault, but
it is mainly Bain's fault. I don't know why I'm defending him. Like,
yeah. He costs us money. He costs us money.
A lot of money. He's not cheap. Right, should we play the game then?
Yes. Obviously, for listeners at home, this might be your first episode ever listening, so I'm going to go through the rules with Lauren, and I'll do that as YouTuber Obsidian Ant, just because I love his voice.
Greetings, Lauren Vandenberg, Nee Rich, and welcome to Why Did They Give Them 1 Star, the 1-star movie review game. This is the game where Paul and Ryan will each read out a 1-star review from a particular movie. Those 2 reviews will contain all the information you need for you to answer what movie they have picked. If you get it wrong, Paul and Ryan will send around Bane to test every single hat you own. It will not be pretty. Then once you've hopefully answered correctly, it'll be your turn to read out 2 1-star reviews for the film that you've picked. From there, the host must get it right or suffer the same hat-testing fate.
Oh, that made sense.
I'm scared.
Well, you're quite a movie buff. And we do share the same taste in movies, so I do think you'll have no trouble with these.
Cool.
Or with this, I should say.
1 star out of 10. Boring. Nothing happens the first 45 minutes. Forrest Whitaker thinks he's in a Shakespeare play. This movie was basically a rip-off. Very dull movie, but the sheeple will say they like it because they have been programmed by the media to like whatever you give them. This movie would not have been made 30 years ago. It would have been laughed at or gone straight to VHS. It has no soul, no substance, and no originality. Is the art of filmmaking dead? Or is it just about cashing in? Mr. Blank must share some blame for selling up to blank. So obviously,
that is quite difficult with all the blanks.
It was a little bit difficult. If it, I thought.
Although you did mention Forrest Whitaker.
Yes. I did mention Forrest Whitaker. If I'd said the 2 blanks at the end, you would have been like, "Oh, got it," straight away.
Yeah,
it would have been very, very obvious.
So. I can only think of a couple of Forrest Whitaker movies.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to give you this next one, and I'm going to use some blanks as well.
Oh.
But I think you might still get it.
Okay.
So, 1 star out of 10. Remove blank label, and this is a total flop. Yikes. I kept looking around the packed theatre wondering, why are all these people here? Totally boring movie, bad acting, awful character development, silly plot. Same old tired space fights and fake drama. No emotion, nothing uplifting or meaningful to it. If this wasn't part of the blank brand, it would be a stunning and total flop. Nobody could realistically watch or enjoy this movie on its own merits, but slap the blank label on it and it gets massive reviews and box office success. Absurd! I was with 3 kids. They all felt obliged to say they loved it, but it quickly became obvious they spent 80% of the movie totally confused and bored.
I thought it was something else, and then I think I've now got it. But I thought you'd already done this one, but maybe you hadn't. So
maybe we have. We've done a lot of episodes. It's not on our list, but we might have missed it.
Black Panther.
No.
Because he was in that.
Forrest Whitaker was in that, yeah.
And it was
and
the
he
Marvel
did think he was
brand.
in a Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Oh, but yes.
You're in the right ballpark with who owns Marvel.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another review because this one is hilarious.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, there is no clues in this, but I just really want to read it because it's really funny.
Oh, for God's sake! Yeah. Okay,
one star out of 10. Waste of time. Awful movie. Waste of money. I seriously contacted the cinema to have our money back. Don't waste your money. My girlfriend slept. I started using Facebook. I even messaged my ex. All my friends were bored. And then he says, don't read below the lines, because then he writes out this big paragraph about what you have to include in a review. So I won't read that out because it's boring. But yeah, his girlfriend's asleep next to him and he's just texting his ex. So I don't think you should take the advice of this guy on any movie because he's clearly a scumbag.
I think you said something about space, Paul.
Yeah, I did.
Was he in one of the Star Wars movies?
Maybe.
Oh, it's one of the newer ones. Oh God, which one was it? Was he in Rogue One?
Yes!
Come on!
But that's not the film we were talking about. No, I'm joking.
It was obviously...
I'm joking.
Lauren, do you have your reviews for us?
I do. At
the moment, Bane is staying put, which is good. So,
excellent. Thank God. Okay. So, this is the first one. 1 star out of 10. Insert film title. This is the ultimate crap. Latz Blaster, 29th of April 2003.
Latz Blaster.
I thought that would make you laugh. So how can I explain why this remains as the ultimate crap? I thought, film name, was supposed to be a great, exciting kids' adventure, but this is a horrible thing from start to end. Everything in this film could be so much better. It is never exciting and never funny, even if it somehow tries to be funny with stupid jokes. The characters are empty all over and really uninspiring. You just want to stop watching. The end is stupid and without any kind of joy. The villains are not really menacing or frightening as I thought they would be. They are just dull. The film doesn't have the guts to take itself seriously any time. And I really hate irritating fat children in movies that just can eat and scream. If you want to experience proper 1980s adventure films, you could see Raiders of the Lost Ark or Stand By Me instead.
Okay.
Richard Donner proved that he can direct entertainment with The Omen, but, insert film name, was a big mistake with horrible, bad, uninspired direction. All the acting was worse than it could be, and the film didn't have any atmosphere or mood at all. Spielberg and Columbus' script was also awful and should have been less dull. Maybe, film name, had some potential to be a good adventure movie, but it failed at all points.
I mean, I think I've already got it.
Me too, but in the interest of
the show.
Yeah, this one's brilliant. This one's brilliant. I'm going to read it verbatim.
Okay, brilliant. Okay.
We love that.
1 star out of 10. Incredibly disappointing movie. The Wolf IMDb. This is from 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have been prepared to see kids' movie. Most of the viewers seem to be happy with this move, but I just keep to wonder why. It is very chaotic, hardly funny, and quite abusive, I have to say. But the worst part is, it is actually a very boring movie. From start to the end, there is just a sequence of screaming. Did the viewers who mentioned their childhood memories keep their youth with never-ending shouting like, "Wah! No! We got it! No! Help! What's that?" Etc., etc. That's the best bit. Seriously.
Is it Jar Jar Binks doing this review? Etc.
It just made me, it tickled me. Everyone in the movie is just plain silly. Children, parents, police, everyone. The only exception are banditos who are simply brain dead. It's stupid. It's just stupid. It's disgusting. Literally 2 hours walk in sewage filled with sewage humour. I'm very happy I've seen this movie on TV and pay nothing for this most unpleasant experience. I'm really happy I have not bought it because I would be very angry because of money wasted.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I think we've definitely got it. Paul, go ahead.
Is it The Goonies?
It is The Goonies.
Yay!
Yes.
Well, I only ever saw that like 2 years, maybe 2 years ago, the first time I saw it.
Really?
Yeah, so I never saw it as a kid.
And did you get annoyed by the wah, wah, etc., etc.?
I'll have to send you the picture on WhatsApp. It's just hilarious.
Etc. My favourite word forever. I'm keeping it. We are running out of time on the Zoom call, but I'm pretty sure we can get this finished. So, thank you very much for playing, Lauren, and for joining us today and having an interview with us. I've been trying to get you on the show for ages, but timetables and that.
Yeah, I have a full-time
diary.
job, so yeah, it's
exactly. Like,
don't rub it
work
in.
for a living.
I work.
Yeah,
again, don't rub it
in. Riding stuck at home.
Yeah.
One more time, Lauren. How can we find your music? And what's your Christmas single called?
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Mixcloud, Lauren Rich Music. You can also find me on Bandcamp for Lauren Rich Music, which you'll find all my music on there. You'll find my music on Apple Music / iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, Deezer. Most other places it will be there. So just search for Lauren Rich. My Christmas single is called A Good Time of Year. and it'd be really good if people could download that to help me raise money for Myeloma UK. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. And one more time, as you are a fan, why should people keep listening to our show?
People should keep listening to your show because it's fresh, it's funny. Maybe because I know you both and I just know how funny you are. So I really enjoy listening to it, and it's I actually enjoy a lot of the time your little song bits before each segment. They make me laugh, and I end up singing along to all of them. So
highlight of the week, I think, is what people get.
That is my favourite. I love that one. I am really loving the suck on my big fat dictionary. I found it slightly uncomfortable at first, but then I
me too.
Quite got into it. It's well done, Ryan, on that one.
Because musically, it's great.
It really is good.
We appreciate that, Lauren, and again, we appreciate you coming on the call. We'll see if we can spend some time together at Christmas. So
hopefully.
If you need to vote someone out, though, I'd say vote Paul out. He's all right.
Gutted. I'm a celebrity, mate. Unbelievable. Right. All the best. Thank you very much, Lauren, and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you very much. Lovely to see you, Ryan.
Bye.
Paul, not so much.
Yes, thank you very much to my sister Lauren Vandenberg. Or
how she puts up with you?
I don't know. But heart of gold, isn't it? I guess. Soul of a saint.
Soul of a saint.
Patience of a saint, even.
Whereas you're just an arsehole.
No! Very good. Very, very good. Yes, so catch Lauren's music at Lauren Rich Music. All those links will be in the show notes. And if you don't like looking at show notes, just listen to that again and write it down, I guess. Download a Christmas song. It's fantastic. And download ours as well, at the same time. You just, add it to your Spotify playlist and then play it on a loop forever.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I mean, we're biased, but it is a good song.
Yes.
My mum said so.
Yeah.
So
no, I meant my sister's as well. Her Christmas song.
I'm sure you say so as well. It's good.
Why haven't you listened?
But no, I mean, I know. I was talking about our song though. But get both of them. Just listen to both of them. Just
gotcha.
Do it
now.
Before we go on to the audience's turn, the listener's turn.
Yep.
We had a 1-star review sent in from our friend Beth Granville, who was a guest on our show a few weeks back.
From the Smashing Sundays podcast.
That's the one, yeah. And she sent a review for Pride and Prejudice, which I think this is off Amazon. But the review is 1 star out of 5. Just a bunch of people going to each other's houses. I mean, to be fair,
it's kind of true, though.
It's kind of true. It's
saying it how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie we picked this week, I suppose, we'll start with a little clue. I guess
we should announce last week's winner.
No, fuck them. Go on then. Yeah. So last week, the film we chose was
Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love. And a few people answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly, though, the first person to answer, like almost instantly when the episode went out, was our guest last week, Dipple.
Yeah. Andrew Dipple.
Well done, Dipple.
He was the middle Dipple from the Super Dipple Bros.
Yeah. You got little, large, and middle, and he at the middle of the Dipple.
Yeah, well done to you. So you get the shout out. You've had it. You're welcome. And our runner up again. She loves playing. Who was it? She was just a little bit after. It was Raye.
I mean, to be fair, we did do a whole podcast on Raye's show about this film. So if I'm kind of surprised she didn't get it before Dipple.
Yeah, I think Dipple might have skipped ahead.
Just to listen to that bit,
yeah.
Well, there we go.
There we go. So you get our congratulatory nod, Raye, from Not Before Coffee podcast.
And here we go.
You're welcome.
If I was going to say, if anyone want when they get a congratulatory nod, if they really want, you message us. We will send you a video of us nodding.
Yes. Yeah. We'll do it. But promise we are doing it. Right.
We will. Well, yeah. You just have to message us first, because otherwise we won't do it. Otherwise, so you have to let us know.
Yeah. Correct. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying just before, there is a little clue. As obviously, when this goes out, next week will be our Christmas episode. So
the Christmas.
So we thought,
it's kind of Christmas month, isn't it? Really?
So there might be a Christmas themed movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe Hanukkah.
Yeah.
It's not, though.
I don't know if there are many Hanukkah themed movies.
Oliver?
What are you talking about?
Isn't Fagin Jewish?
Fucking hell!
I thought he was.
Yes, but like it's a stereotype. It's verging on anti-Semitic.
Yeah, but isn't it set at Christmas time, Oliver? And he's Jewish, so Hanukkah. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that film.
Yeah, it may have been. He had a big beard and everything. So you go first, mate.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep a straight face for this. 1 star out of 10. It's the title. Oh, God. Too much sediment.
Okay. So one assumes he must be talking about like detritus and stuff, collecting at the bottom of the sea floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. At first, I assumed, okay, this is the headline spelling, sort of typo. But then the first line of the actual review is, there is simply too much sediment.
So he repeats the mistake.
Unless he genuinely means that there's too much buildup of solid mass in liquid.
Perhaps. Or that's what he thinks, or that's what he thinks the word is.
Maybe, yeah.
Sediment.
Okay, well, let's do, I'm going to read the whole sentence.
Yes, you should.
There is simply too much sediment associated with this awful film.
Okay, yeah, he means sentiment. Yeah,
he means sentiment. Because blank is looped 24 hours a day for 3 weeks prior and post Christmas, people feel obligated to give this awful movie a high rating. Due to this film's close association with Christmas, I can only assume that people would feel guilty to call this film what it really is. Bad, he shouts it. Personally, I feel that it's... oh, for fuck's sake. Personally, I feel that blank has not stood up the test of time and is a tacky film fit for the 40s, and only the 40s. I'm assuming the time period, not a specific age group. The acting is not incredibly impressive since the roles are practically made from character cookie cutters. The cinematography is simple and it's not even creative for its time. And the plot is not creative or interesting since sci-fi had already covered time travel and what if situations by 1946. So, I mean, is that him just going, anything about time travel after 1946 is dog shit?
It sits there during Back to the Future going, been done.
Been done.
In the 80s.
40 years before you.
Yeah.
Therefore, I feel that people should stop defending this garbage called a movie in the name of religion and tradition. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Due to situations like this, not enough pressure is put on the movie industry to create decent films. This is why movies like Home Alone and The Ring become large-grossing movies. What's wrong with Home Alone and The Ring? How are they even
why
alike?
are they lumped together?
Yeah. I wasn't going to say this guy's name, but he's clearly a dick. Andy Simon.
Wow.
That's the one who reviewed it, but there we go.
Right, well, there you go. I mean, he's just not a very sedimental man. Okay, my review. If you didn't get it from that, you might get it from this. Probably will. 1 star out of 10. Dated, terrible acting, writing, directing, etc. People like this because it, I am forced to assume, reminds them of a time past and Xmas the way they like to think it should be. And those are good things. but those attributes have nothing to do with an honest criticism of the film. Few here actually rate it for what it really is, and that is a collection of some of the poorest writing and acting in all of filmmaking. Even Stewart, not a great actor, but one who is often accused of being great, being a great actor, since he is endearing, just like this movie is at his worst here. If people really looked at this flick without the romantic viewpoint and with true objectivity, they would see it for what it really is. A complete waste of film. I mean, that's how he's written it, so I'm assuming that's how he wants it read. Life may be wonderful, but this movie is sappy garbage.
Well, if you haven't got it from that, then you know, I don't think you're an idiot. Yeah. Well, there we go. Before we end the show, though, we have an announcement to make, which is the winner of our competition.
Yes, we certainly do.
If you don't know what competition we're talking about, then what rock have you been hiding under? But Paul.
What?
Go on then.
Oh, right, yes. So the winner of the limited one-of-a-kind vinyl copy of our Christmas single is Seth Cohn from, he's from Portland, Oregon.
Oregon? Yeah. Oregon.
Yeah.
In America.
In America. Yeah. Well done, Seth.
Well done, Seth. Congratulations. Well done. Yes. Bravo. Hope you enjoy it.
Yes, absolutely. I've tested it. I tested it before I sent it. It works. So
because we don't own one, so we're not this limited edition.
That's gonna be worth something.
Yeah.
So
who knows?
Who knows?
Keep hold of it.
Display it. Didn't sign it, but there's only one of them.
There we are. What about our runners-up? Who are our runners-up?
Yes, we had another 4 runners-up who each received a digital copy of the song.
I'm Glad It's Christmas.
Christmas once a year.
By Cold Callers.
By Cold Callers.
Which is us.
Which is us, not that other group.
Yeah.
So one of the runners-up was Christine and Jen from the Nopeville podcast.
Woo!
Yep. Yeah, I can add the applause later, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Just keep it, or just leave it as awkward silence.
Okay.
Also, we had Ariel Cooksey from their Malice podcast, Neil Lux from Hertfordshire, and Jamie Biddle from London?
Yeah.
From London! Well done to all of you runners-up. Thanks for participating in the competition. And
the crowd are going mental.
They are. They actually are, because I've got a good effect. So that's what you're hearing. So.
Oh, God. Stop, guys. Stop. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is what we get for working with a live audience. Lovely stuff. Well, I guess
that's it.
That's it, isn't it?
Till next time.
Don't forget, of course, our Patreon page. Please subscribe to our Patreon page. We've got new stuff on there coming. We've already got 2 episodes of a blooper show. We've got Hardy's hardest advice. Yep. Some shit like that.
There's another episode coming. This week, actually, this Wednesday.
Yeah, you can literally write in to us. We'll give your burning questions about what advice you want, and Tom and Bane will answer it.
Yes,
whether it's advice you want, I don't know.
Yeah, and you won't actually hear it unless you're a patron. So
exactly, it's like £3 a month.
Yeah,
that's
and
it means that
priceless advice. So it's actually
exactly. It means that we can pay for Tom and Bane's exploits as they go around destroying the world. They're per diems, yeah. Oh, well, there we go. Stop thumbing your ass. Stop pulling your put. Rate, review, and subscribe. See you next week.
Christmas!